Baraka Healthy Again event. Let's get the camera straight, because y'all know we always beat that clock. Let's work with that right there. I think that's good. All right. We did it. Let's see what he want to do. Doom, 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 doom. Boom. Let's go. You ready? Might need another watch. Get right now. Let's go. And to the wake up. Yes, yes, yes. Those cold fingertips always help. Crawled out of bed at 3:15, 15 minutes late this morning, but I still made it. Just in case, if you were worried about where I've been or who I saw. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Y'all already know what it is and where you are, because it's Saturday the 24th. That's right, y'all. It's 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this is our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me pissed. Can't be pissed though, because I made it another day to our bottom line. Saturday morning, y'all already know where we are, what we do over here. Can't wait to get to it and see who's in the comments. Y'all know what it is. I'm so happy to have another day above ground. We have a report on the new iMac. We're going to be going to check out 2 today, just in case we like them. We're going to be replacing this guy. But then I'm such a Mac head. I'm like, how are we just going to throw that Mac out instead of just fixing the digital? Since we know what's wrong with it, all we got to do is really just fix that digital, the card. So I might just put it to the side and fix it and use it for something else, or maybe someone else might need it. But anyway, that's neither here or there. That's the report on the iMac, and that's what's going on with that. But like I told you guys, as long as it's working, as long as I can try to put something together, we are going to continue to do our show, because we are only 5 days. That's right, y'all count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days away from our 200th episode. That's right, the 200th episode is next Thursday. The Thursday that's coming up, that's our 200th episode. So we're going to call it our anniversary. Thank you for so much love. Thank you for all the positive energy, and I appreciate it so much. You know, I see it and I use it. Bloop, 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 and I apply it. And I give it right back to y'all. I want to see who's up in the building. As you chime in, I want you guys to let me know where you're chiming in from, because yes, always like to look for content from where you're from. Also, today we are going to be doing the spotlight at 6 o'clock. That's when I don't have to wear the suit, don't have to worry about the clips. I sit here and we just kick it. That's right, we just kick it. It's 3 times a week, and we started doing that just to get a little better intimate conversations going with you guys, so I can understand what actually you want from the show and where we're going to be going. I don't want to hold things up. I want to keep it live. I got so much in the clip. We got a lot in the header. It's Saturday, y'all. For the people that don't have to work, get your coffee, pull up your chair. I want to know who's here. I'm about to come to the comments right now. Tell me what you guys got planned for the weekend as well. What do you guys have planned for the weekend? Are you out right now? Who's in here first? Who we got up in here first? I saw somebody in here real early. That's Frederick right there from OKC. We got Batty Lynn up in here from Detroit, Michigan. We got Mark Dorfman already up in here from Good Morning from NYC. Rebecca Lanyen Bueno, good morning from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Y'all already know what it is. We got Natalie up in here, who we love so much, from Syracuse in the building. We got Kendra Walker, Brand Rising from VA. Bill Andy is up in here. That's right, Bill Andy. We ain't seen you in a little while. Glad to see you in here. Y'all say what's up to each other. I already know how y'all kick it. Y'all got y'all own ecosystem and community up in there. So yes, keep it going. Let's try to stay on topic. I got a lot in the clip. Can't wait to get to the header. You guys see, I'm still working, still grinding, pushing that midnight oil, 3 o'clock in the morning to try to get this content, you guys. So all I'm going to ask all the time is try to keep the likes up because that gets more people over here. Who else we got up in the building? We got Indians Exposed. What's up, Indians? Bill Andy says hello all to everybody. Y'all go ahead and get everybody a shout out in the building. Say what's up to each other because we got some work to do. We got to get into this title. Y'all already know when it's about money, there's something going on as far as when it comes down to tariffs. I got to wear the green jacket. And yes, we're going to be talking about some money, 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 money. But without any further ado, guess what? We got to get into these titles. Who's that? Okay, just making sure, Natalie. I see you. I see you with the glove. Natalie is gloved up. I see you. Okay, you guys, let's get into it. What do we have here? We have Trump attends Make America Healthy Again event. As you guys know, RFK Jr. has been championing being healthy, championing taking out colors and all of these artificial elements inside of the foods. And yesterday, they signed an executive order and put that into play. We're going to get into that. We got so much more to get into. So you guys, let's get into the subcategories as well, which are videos capture residents fleeing after a plane crashes in their neighborhood. Yes, total severe devastation. It seemed like it just hit the ground and just slid, like built houses down, damaging property, leaving all sorts of high levels of high jet fuel on the ground. It was a really horrific scene. A lot of people were just seen running with their children as this plane was coming in to crash, you guys. You're going to see this clip coming up soon. So the last but not least, the title that we have up in the thumbnail this morning is The Third Woman is Arrested for Allegedly Assisting Those several Orleans escaped criminals. That's right, a third woman is arrested for allegedly assisting several Orleans escaped criminals. That's going to bring the number up, you guys, to 3 people that were helping, 5 people that were captured, 5 more still on the loose. That's what we got going on today, you guys. And I'm not going to hold out right now because we got a lot in the clip. Like I said, I know how you guys are. You want to make sure that you get well informed when you come here. And that's what I love to do. And that's why we keep on pushing no matter what. Remember, problems present opportunities. iMac started acting up, started talking to some people, found an iMac that might be even better. Instead of getting one that's, instead of fixing this one, why not spend a little more to get one that performs even better? And it might be a nice person that I introduced myself to as well. So I got hit two birds with one stone. But right now, forget about the birds, forget about the stones. I'm not playing. You guys know it. I never really start the show off like this, but we're going to get to what? We're going to get to the money, 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 because we got some breaking. Trump threatens a 50% tariff on the EU. These talks, he's saying that the talks have finally hit the wall. Doesn't feel like they're going to be able to negotiate. And that means that they might have to implement some more tariffs. I myself, I don't see how we're going to be able to continue dealing with these tariffs. The tariffs are crazy. I don't want to deal with it no more. And I'm on y'all side right now. What's going on with these tariffs? I'm tired of it. Let's get into it, you guys. I want you guys to see what's going on here. And without any further ado, let's go to our first clip and get this all going right here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Again, please chime in. Let me know where you're from. I love getting content from where you guys are from. Let's go.
For U.S. trade deals, President Trump says that talks with the European Union are hitting a brick wall and is now looking to take action. He said this about an hour ago, quote, "Our discussions with them are going nowhere. Therefore, I am recommending a straight 50% tariff on the European Union starting on June 1, 2025. That's about 9 days from now. There is no tariff if the product is built or manufactured in the United States." And Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent here exclusively. And good morning to you, Mr. Secretary. And thanks for being here.
Morning, Bill.
On what has turned out to be a rather busy news day. And good morning to you. You were just in Canada the last few days meeting with members of the G7, the EU, and I want to get into all of that. But with regard to this move on the EU, how bad was the conversation in Canada to lead to this?
Well, the conversation in Canada was fine. The problem is the lead up to that. The 90-day pause on the April 2nd tariffs was based on countries or trade blocs coming to us and negotiating in good faith. And I believe the president believes that the EU proposals have not been of the same quality that we've seen from our other important trading partners. I've said there are 18 important trade deals that we have to do. I'm working mostly on Asia, and that group has move forward with some very interesting proposals. They're negotiating in good faith. We've already inked a deal with the UK. I think there are a couple more coming in the near future. So I think this is in response just to the EU's pace.
Let me get back to that in a moment. I mentioned June 1st is 9 days away. Is there an opportunity for negotiations in these 9 days?
Well, I'm not going to negotiate on TV, but I would hope that this would light a fire under the EU, because, Bill, I've said before, EU has a collective action problem here. It's 27 countries, but they're being represented by this one group in Brussels. So some of the feedback that I've been getting is that the underlying countries don't even know what the EU is negotiating on their behalf.
All right, y'all, we're going to keep it moving because you know how we do it all the time. That we stack 4 in the clip so that we can have something to talk about. Then I come to the comments and then we get into it. Now we're going to keep on moving forward because the House basically passed Trump's big, beautiful bill. That's right, you guys. The bill has finally been passed 7 o'clock this morning. Well, yesterday morning, I just found out about that. We was actually doing the show, so we couldn't report it anyway. Not only that, but you guys, it passed only by 1 vote, by the way. Check this out right here, you guys. The bill passed, but only by 1 vote. We're going to keep it moving, you guys. We got a lot in the deck. We're going to keep on going.
President Trump's digital budget.
So now we're going to basically make you guys understand what is in this bill, at least to get some sort of a rounded understanding of what's going on here. Sorry for not saying that, but let's keep on going, you guys. Let's keep on going.
With a narrow margin of just 1 vote. KTV's Johnny Katsuyama joins us live with a look at the drama and the battle ahead as it is now moving to the Senate. Jana.
Yes, Andre, it was an overnight battle. House Republicans really trying to work out the details overnight, but Speaker Mike Johnson was able to pull the opposing Republican factions together. They passed the bill at 7 a.m. Eastern time this morning. It passed by a vote of 215 to 214, with 2 Republicans voting no, Thomas Massie of Kentucky and Warren Davidson of Ohio. Now, this bill is huge. It is more than 1,000 pages. Some Republicans wanted even more spending cuts to reduce the national debt, while other Republicans are concerned about the bill's estimated $700 billion in cuts to Medicaid. Democrats united in opposition to the bill, pointing to other social services cuts, including a $267 billion reduction in the SNAP food assistance program, shifting some of those costs to the states.
We have 220 Republicans in the House Republican Conference, and lots of different opinions. They represent very different districts around the country with very different interests. But the principle and the philosophy is always the same. Everybody's conservative. We believe in limited government.
You have consistently proven to be nothing more than a rubber stamp for Donald Trump's extreme agenda. And the American people are paying attention.
Okay, so what comes next? The bill is now moving over to the Senate. That is where Republicans hold 53 seats to Democrats' 45 seats. There are 2 independents that caucus with the Democrats. Democrats say this bill will hurt American families. And even some Republicans are saying they do not see this bill passing without some amendments. Moderate Republican senators have voiced concerns about the bill over those cuts to Medicaid. And on the other hand, fiscal hawks, such as Kentucky Senator Rand Paul, say they oppose the bill's increase in the debt ceiling. Now, Republicans here can only afford to lose 3 GOP Senate votes if they want to get this passed, Andre, and they have.
Okay, guys, we got 2 more to go. They got that many seats. I got 2 more clips to stack for you guys because right now we got to keep on moving because yesterday Trump attended the Make America Healthy Again event, which is what they were calling the MAHA event, right? So they took on a few questions. They gave up great praises. RFK Jr. spoke about the different effectivenesses of the diseases and the reason why they had to sign this into law as far as chemicals on food. You guys know what's going on with the processed stuff that we're eating. They said that children are becoming very sick, obese, and the processed food is just really harming the United States citizens. So they basically created something where they're going to be taking out all of those processes and different things like that. I am 100% for it. I actually really champion this title here. I'm 100% for this. My mom herself passed on and moved on to a different place because of her diet and things of that nature. Diabetes is something that's very rampant through our community, and it does not have any race, religion, or preference in who it attacks. So I want us all to be healthy all the time. And that's why I really champion getting out here, getting air, drinking water. I do 400 push-ups a day now, 200 in the daytime and 200 at night, just to make sure that I'm staying healthy. Also, I walk a lot. We're going to keep on moving forward because I want you guys to see what's been said about this Make America Healthy Again event, as well as some queued up areas that I really wanted to point out that I figured that we really would get more information from, not just like a lot of praises, because a lot of people I noticed, they just praise Trump a lot. I'm okay with that, but praise is good, but I like to be a modest man. I like to say we versus me. So when people come and say, oh, you did this, you did that, I like it, it's cool, but I couldn't have did it without other people. That's just how I look at life. So let's just keep on moving up to this queued up point right here that I want you guys to see.
So I think I'll close by just saying that something happened a week ago that was very, very important, profound, but very important in so many ways. For years, I noticed that other countries paid much less for drugs and pharmaceuticals than we did. But I don't mean 2% less or 10%, which would be good, but I don't mean 20 or 25 or 30%. I mean, sometimes we paid 10 times more, 12 times more, 13 times more than other countries, where people from our country would be seen going into Mexico and seen going into other countries, leaving on trips and bringing their drugs home because they'd get in London, they'd be able to buy a drug for 1/10 the price of what it costs in New York City. And I watched this, and I watched it during my term, and I didn't like it. And it's a very complex system, but we're smart also, maybe much smarter than they are, and at some point we had to figure out, and I heard it was the middleman. Nobody told me who the middleman was. Nobody knew who the middleman was. Nobody ever heard. All I heard is the middleman. I said, they've got to be the richest people in the world, whoever they are. We don't even know if there is a middleman. All I know is that the drugs were 10 times higher and sometimes more than that. And I really got into it over the last year, and I figured the whole system out. And for various and sundry reasons, the United States of America was being screwed, and we were being taken advantage of and being laughed at for years and years. And I said, it's not going to happen anymore. And I brought a great gentleman, the head of Eli Lilly, in, who's great. He really is. He's great. He's done a fantastic job, and others also of the companies. And I have it out with him. I had debates with him, actually, and pretty much it was a debate that was impossible to lose. You had to be a real bad debater to lose that debate, because they couldn't justify it. They tried to say, well, we pay for research and development, and the United States has agreed to pay for 100%. I said, why? Why are we paying? And by the way, that wasn't even the number, because it's still way too high. You took all the research and development, but you have other countries that are a lot more vicious than us in terms of their representatives. And they'd set a price for a drug, and they'd say, tell the United States to pay for the rest. We were subsidizing the whole world. And I said, we're not going to do that anymore. We've been a laughing stock for so many years. The last 4 years, we've been a laughing stock. I said it. We're a laughing stock, and now we're the most respected, and we're the hottest country in the world. We're going to remain that way. We're going to do that with drug costs, too. And so I said, I'm going to do something that's a very unpopular thing to do with a small number of people, mainly the people that own the drug companies and others. And I'm not even blaming them. They were able to get away with it, but it was really other nations that took advantage of us because the drug companies were under their thumb. And they would say, this is what I'm going to pay. And the European Union was right at the top of the list. Let me tell you, we're going to pay $20 for this, and we're not going to pay any more. And America would pay $240 for the same thing that they're paying $20. They said, tell America to pay for the rest. And for years, they went along aimlessly, and they did it. And I started making changes, and I'll never forget the end of my first term, which was very successful. We had the best stock market ever. We had the best economy ever of any president. We went up 88% in the stock market, as an example, and I think 116% in one of the other indices. And we're doing well, but this whole thing with the drug costs always bothered me, and I started really studying it, and it's.
So he studied it, and now that's why he got to that conclusion. I think a lot of people in America already had realized that we was paying too much for D-Rugs. You know, when it come down to D-Rugs and the way that those prescriptions was coming down, because I used to have to go to the doctor and the pharmacy to get my mother's prescriptions, those drugs were very expensive. And sometimes those doctors might give you 12 prescriptions, not just a pill and another one. No, sometimes you have to take 2 pills just because of one pill that you took. Yeah, it's like that. I got 2 more to stack. I want to keep on moving forward. I'm sorry, 1 more. I got this serious situation right here where this video is going to capture residents literally fleeing from a plane crash in their neighborhood. Did you guys hear about this or know anything about this right here? If not, you're definitely going to get it from us right here. And it's a very serious story, especially from the devastation that actually ensued out of this. I'm going to start this off with a wide screen going right into it. I don't want to miss anything. Check this out, guys.
Mom and dad clutch their kids and flee their homes after a plane crashes into their neighborhood. Blazing cars are everywhere.
Multiple vehicles, multiple structures on fire.
A trail of burning fuel runs down the street.
The street yards are full of fuel.
Another mom with a stroller runs for safety. Surveillance footage captures a resident grabbing a fire extinguisher and a hose to fight the blaze outside his front door. When firefighters finally bring the inferno under control, the neighborhood looks like a war zone. You can see a wing of the aircraft among the burned out cars. This house took a direct hit. The early morning crash happened in this neighborhood of military housing in San Diego. You can see behind me just part of the massive debris field, including destroyed homes and burned out cars. The private jet was heading to an airport roughly 2 miles away. Pets feared to be covered in jet fuel were given baths.
With the jet fuel going down the street and everything on fire all at once, it was pretty horrific to see.
Officials say 2 died and 8 were injured in the nightmare crash. The pilot was reportedly a record company executive, Dave Shapiro. His passenger was reported to be a drummer named Daniel Williams.
Damn.
Williams posted a photo from the cockpit right before takeoff with the words, "Here we go."
The plane had originally taken off from New Jersey's Teterboro Airport. Authorities say fog may have played a role in the crash.
All right, y'all, we got to keep on moving. Matter of fact, I think that's enough for right now. I want to get to these comments because we stacked that deck fairly well. You guys got a lot to talk about. Let's go. What y'all got for me? What y'all got? Let's go. VIP Auction Group, good morning. This is the Current Events channel. Everyone is welcome here. No need to be rude. Let me know who they are. We can get them out of here. Weapons 88 says, oh, snap. Bill Andy says, damn. Iman says, I heard about that crash. Crazy incident nearby where I am too. Damn, that's crazy. Lulu, if you actually think Trump cares about you, oh, never mind. LOL. What else you got? Ronan, you were on the one laugh of the stock because of prescription drug costs. He says, you're the laughing stock. Okay, we're going to keep on going. Oh, Lord, with a T. Jamie says, what's the difference between a dim and a trampoline? You take your shoes off before jumping on a trampoline. Okay, you keep on going. Oh, Original says, D-Rugs. I love that Cameron reference. Sorry, I didn't get that from him. I split it up because of YouTube and the way that they don't let you say certain words. So I do all of my words like that. I do like D-Rugs or something like Gills Nuns. I'm from Harlem, so that's the way that we talk. And yeah, that's all I'm trying to say. I don't go after anybody else's slang, and that's why I stopped, because we're serious about being original. That came from me. Let's keep it moving. Now let's go. Let's keep on moving forward. Lulu says, Mega, what's that? Lulu, do you want to leave? I know that's not something that's towards me, because I know you're not trying to put me with any certain party. And Lulu, we can go back and forth too. Lulu, we all want to know, what does MIGA mean? Let's everybody turn around and look at Lulu. We all want to know, what does MIGA mean? We're asking right now. We need a response. Bill Andy says, if you want people to talk, if you want people to shut up, the common tool is money. Okay, keep on going. Trash Creep says, laughing stock of the world. Okay, what else we got? Beamer says, gaslighting. Okay, Bill Andy says, being screwed, right to the point. Love this, Trump. Okay, what else y'all got? Natalie says, we need to stop hating our neighbors. You think these people are dumb. They want us divided. Exactly why we have this channel, because we don't play the divide game. Now, Lulu, come on, we ain't forget about you now. We want to know what the hell you're talking about with that MIGA situation. We're all turning around at the congregation. Now we're looking at one person like this. So we want to know what MIGA mean. Now, Phoenix, we got this situation where there was a serious arrest outside of this immigration court, prompting concerns from local officials. These immigration guys, they was running up on mothers, families, and everybody. When I tell you, nobody was off the radar when it came to these ICE agents. Check this out. In Phoenix, come to the front of the congregation, Phoenix. Here we go.
In downtown Phoenix, people are gathering right now outside an immigration courthouse protesting federal agents they say have detained people who came to court earlier today and yesterday.
12 News journalist Jade Cunningham joins us live to explain what's going on. So people are showing up to court and being arrested right there.
Reportedly, that's what we're being told, and you can see that there already is a crowd of people standing outside of the entrance of this courthouse, and they are here warning these families and these people who are going in for hearings about what is happening and about these detainments. So they are here giving them these warnings and also showing their support for these families. Now, earlier, there were 2 trucks reportedly parked right here where this white van was. They reportedly had agents inside of these trucks. Those trucks drove off, and this white van rolled into that parking spot. We are told that that van was here earlier, reportedly possibly taking families away from this courthouse. Also, you can see some agents, undercover agents, standing, keeping watch in this parking garage over here. A crowd of people here showing their support and giving them warnings. They have signs here. I'm going to have Roberto kind of flip the camera around. They're holding signs saying, don't talk without a lawyer, stay silent, don't sign anything. Again, just letting people know what exactly is happening. This comes after reports that people going into, again, immigration court are being detained by ICE. This reportedly all began yesterday. And we have video from our partners at Telemundo capturing videos showing some of these detainments, as well as families being separated. Activists, attorneys, Arizona state senators, they were here today with many others. 12 News has yet to confirm how many people have been detained. We also have reached out to ICE for comment regarding this. We have not heard back yet. Activists also telling us that they have seen similar reports of arrests near courthouse in other states. We spoke with a couple people here earlier today. Listen to what they have to say.
So they should not skip their court hearings. They should absolutely still show up. But to be safe, they should work with a lawyer. They should reach out, connect with a lawyer if they don't already have one, hire one, or reach out to an organization that will advise them on this or escort them to these hearings. If they don't show up, they will be again. There will be an order for their removal.
It's wrong. It's inhumane. We're talking about mothers detained in front of their kids. This is sick. This is not who we should be as a country.
So this is a very active situation out here. We are hearing that there may be more detainments possible. So that is something that people are waiting for. We will continue to follow this story, so you can stay with 12 News on air and online at 12news.com.
Okay, you guys, y'all see what's going on here. I want to know your opinions about this situation. I know you heard me, VIP. He's already gone. And thank you so much for explaining what you meant by MIGA. Really appreciate that, Lulu. Might come off a certain way, but I do want to make everybody understand what certain things mean, especially when me, the host, I don't know what's going on. I get educated as well over here. Again, let's go into my spiel that I say every day. You guys ready? That's always here. I'm not a Republican. I'm not an independent, and I'm not a Democrat. I'm a human being that used to come to platforms that tried to make comments and people would kick me out because I wasn't one of those three things. So we made our bottom line so that everyone can come here and say what we want to say, as long as we're doing it in a respectful way, not disrespecting anyone, and making a debate, because out of debate, you have conversation, and out of conversation, you can possibly come to a solution. Yesterday, I had a big situation going on with the guy at the parking lot. Kept on going back and forth with him. He doesn't like the way I talk. Says he thinks I'm stern. Excuse me, sir, that's just how you feel about me. I just happen to talk this way. No disrespect to you. After a long conversation, we were all good, shaking hands and talking about where we're from. That's what I'm trying to say. As long as you can communicate with people, there's an opportunity and a possibility for us to live together. That's the bottom line, our bottom line. And that's why we're here. So all of that, he's a Trumper. Get my bags and stop it. If you think you're gonna make a profit, stop it. If you think you're gonna make a profit off of that rhetoric crap that you're talking, I made this place for us, and it's not mine anymore because y'all took over. Moving forward, matter of fact, let me get to the comments because you guys been banging it out. Let me get to the comments and what you guys have to say on this. We got 313 people in the building. What I'm gonna do right now is ask those people to do your boy a favor and double tap that screen. We working over here, burning up that midnight oil, making sure that we bring you guys the best of the information that we can. We pool up into 3 in the morning. We're putting stuff in sequence to try to make sure things are going the right way. We pay attention to what people want to hear about and know about. So with that being said, all we ask, double tap that screen. Even better, if you want to become a member, we really would appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications. That would be phenomenal. We understand that it's hard out here for a pimp, so the money ain't always good. So we ain't worried about that. But those likes, we always appreciate them. Now, treason is what Trump is zeroing in on when it comes down to the Biden inner circle. Okay, because what's happening now is they're trying to say that who was running the office of the presidency if Joe Biden didn't really have the wherewithal. We've been following up with this story ever since the book dropped 2 days ago, and everyone has been talking about it. Everyone's been saying, how come this person never said nothing? How come this person never said nothing? Well, you reported and you actually said that he had his wherewithal and you actually stood behind it. Well, now, Abaduba Baba Biba. You know how when you ask somebody a question and they don't know the truth and you catch them with their pants down and you'd be like, hey, so who took the cookie out the cookie jar? And they'd be like, it wasn't me, Abaduba Baba Biba. They don't even make sense to themselves. That's what Abaduba Baba Biba means, and I made that up. So let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's keep it moving forward. And I want to know where you guys are chiming in from, because it really helps me when I do the searches to find out new information. It also makes me, I feel I want to be fair to the states, cities, and all of the countries that chime in here, because you guys might think, how come he never say nothing about blah? How come he never say nothing about this place? That's why I always ask you guys, tell me where you chiming in from, because that's where I want to make sure I'm getting the work from. Let's go.
Biden's decline while he was in office, supposed to be doing his job for America. And new information now on the people in his inner circle and how the cover-up actually operated. People across the political spectrum are now recognizing what many Americans could see with their own eyes. We were reporting it. President Trump showing some sympathy and also pointing the finger at those around the former president. He posted this: Joe Biden was not for open borders. He never talked about open borders, where criminals of all kinds, shapes, and sizes can flow into our country at will. It was the people that knew he was cognitively impaired that took over the auto pen. They stole the presidency of the United States and put us in great danger. This is treason at the highest level. Flashback now to the legacy media's complete denial of the president's cognitive decline. Remember this.
Start your tape right now, because I'm about to tell you the truth. And F you if you can't handle the truth. This version of Biden, intellectually, analytically, is the best Biden ever.
Now you about to see what I call Abaduba Baba Biba. Y'all ready? Let's go.
Well, he awkwardly tried to defend those earlier this week.
Looking back at that, do you say, well, it was misleading to say Best Buy never, without caveating it and say, except on the days when he's not the Best Buy never?
Well, but I never saw those days personally.
Well, you did, because you saw him address a dead congresswoman, and you saw him in South Carolina.
The dead congresswoman, yeah.
There were plenty of days in public when he was not the Best Buy never, and
Yeah,
of course, shortly
he
after,
he stumbled and bumbled around, Mark. I mean, yeah, he certainly did.
Well, it was his job as a host, as a journalist, to be able to see things. I guess he was just as imperceptive as the president. Oh my goodness, senior White House correspondent Peter Ducey. Peter.
And Harris, this is no longer just a story about transparency, because President Trump is accusing senior aides that worked here until just a couple months ago, the beginning of this year, of manipulating an ailing president for their own gain.
So he might be trying to get some people set up on treason. They doing a lot of investigations into stuff. And that last Abaduba Baba Biba really gave him up. So he needs to just give it up. Abaduba Baba Biba. I'm in the comments, y'all. What y'all got for me? Bill Andy's dying laughing over there with the thumbs up. Dazen says, bibbity boppity boop, Wisconsin in here too. Okay, what's up, Wisconsin? Tim and Jim is in here Saturday morning, so I guess she got a good schedule so she can be up in here this morning. Thank you so much for chiming in. I'm glad that you're here, and you'll be able to see the spotlight later unless your schedule's set up. But what's going on? How you doing? What's going on? Why are they even discussing this? It's so obvious. Drum forever, thumbs up. Brad Johnson says, good morning, Brad. Where you from? Where you from, Brad? Where you from, Drums Forever? We want to know. Days Romero, bippity boppity doo. What else you got? Bill Andy dying, Brandon C, deebity beebity boppity boop. Lulu says, yep, a cult, yummy Kool-Aid. What else y'all got? What else? Batty Lynn over there dying. What you got? Bill Andy says, the best version. He still would not admit his own. He still will not say what he observed with his decline. Tracy says, Florida in the house. Uh-oh, Florida, I got something for y'all. VIP Auction Group says, everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be rude. That will get you blocked. Bang! Just like that. He already know what it is. Kendra Walker says, that's from Fat Albert, Bugatti NYC for real. Okay. Y'all always think I'm getting something from somewhere. I wasn't even around when Fat Albert came out. What you talking about? Now let's keep on moving, y'all. Let's go. We're going over to Chicago. Chicago, where it was like, good times, anytime you really name it, good times. You know they shot Good Times in Chicago, right? And my cousin is Ralph Carter. Don't we look alike? Don't we look like? JJ, don't be playing around with me. I want to be a lawyer. Yeah, long story short, it's my third cousin. Long story short. Let's keep on moving, you guys. There you go. Thank you for the love. And it's going to go to the new iMac fund. Just so you guys know, whatever money we get right now, it's going to go to the new iMac fund. We're going to try to go check out a new iMac today. Anybody feeling a little tipsy, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to, you know what I'm saying, make it rain a little bit. We appreciate the help. Now we're going to keep on moving because we got to get over to Chi-Town, where Mayor Brandon Johnson is being questioned about his DOJ hiring practices. Okay, there's a probe into his hiring practice. He was all smiles and giggles when asked the question, are you racist in your hiring practice? Do you favor African-American people? Let's get to it, you guys. This is how I am. I don't play one side of the fence. I let all of the news be itself. I let everything come out. This way we can make our own assumptions and own assessments of what we plan on doing. That's the only fair way to be. So we're going to keep on moving forward to see what's going on. Oh, yo, don't try to play with me. I see what you try to do. Try to jump in front of that clip. No, let's go.
Mayor Johnson.
Yeah.
Please turn the mic on. Thank you. Real Chicagoans woke up this morning relieved that the Department of Justice is finally investigating your race hustle. As someone who grew up on the south side of Chicago, I've heard a lot of race hustlers in my life, trust me. But they were usually marching around outside of City Hall, which is what makes this so embarrassing and dangerous. Very, very dangerous to the city of Chicago.
Okay, we need the question.
I'm more than happy to ask this question. It's long overdue. For over a year, real Chicagoans, white and black, have been telling me that your Black Power rhetoric is bringing the city backwards from a place that
We need the question.
had overcome. You want the
We need the
question?
question.
Please.
Real Chicagoans want to know, why are you a racist?
Well, first of all, I reject the idea or the premise that somehow that's an actual legitimate question.
Want to bet?
All right, we're going to go to the next one. Alice?
The next question, my follow-up question is a businessman, Robert Gomez, had his riverfront restaurant license yanked. You said that the reason you hire black people is because they're the most generous race on the planet. His riverfront restaurant license was yanked and given to a black restaurateur. That has, once again, reinforced the belief among real Chicagoans, white and black and Mexican, that you are a racist. What do you say to those people?
Again, I reject the premise that somehow that your question has any legitimacy. Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you. We'll go to Alice.
Okay, so we got some political answers coming out of your boy, but it seems like they got a little bit of evidence. You know what they call that, y'all? They call them the receipts. They call that the receipts. We're going to get over here to this super chat because we appreciate you so much, and we already knew who that was going to be anyway. We already knew that was going to be Tim the Jim. That's got that $19.99 super chat right there that we appreciate so much. Because every time you come on, you always show love and thank you. And we do this for people like you, people like Rebecca as well, people like Batty Lynn, people like Kendra Walker, Chad C., many different people, VIP Auction Group. Can't forget a lot of you people that always come through and show so much love. Wait a minute. Let me see something. There's something, seeing something in my head. What's that? American Native something? That's a name right there that I'm starting to see a lot. Certain names that I've been doing this over 100 and something episodes. So after a while, you guys start knowing exactly who you are and how much I really appreciate you guys and the fact that you always come here. So do your boy a favor right now. Please, let's go ahead and get those likes up so we can let more people know what we're doing. Y'all already know the natives that's been here. You already know we're going to get this. We're going to get the people that run off because, oh my God, a like costs so much. He's asking for a whole like. That's so much money. I can't afford it. I'm out of here. But we're going to let them leave because we do that. And then the big clips come through like boom. And they don't be here to see it. And we be like, yes, they ain't get a chance to see the fire because they don't deserve it because all they don't want to do is give us a like for all of the work that we've been doing. So double tap that screen and get those likes up. Double tap that screen, get those likes up. If you appreciate the show, it's not my show, it's our bottom line. We're going to get over to the border czar, Tom Holman, your uncle, as he squares off with the alleged thief, Ari Melbourne, who stole my line. I'm going to tell you guys straight up and down. When I first started doing this, my line used to always be, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you because I feel that in my heart and I always say that. Yo, after a while, I started going to this dude's show and he was saying that. I don't care what nobody say. Let's get to the receipts. Call me out for whatever you want to do. Y'all know I don't lie. Your boy tried to jack me. Said, you know what? Now I'm back stepping it up and I'm going to use my line again. Guess what? He stopped using. Booyah! Let's keep on moving forward. Because, they pay attention to the guys that small because they never think that you're going to actually get big. Think about that. Put that in your cap and your pipe and smoke it, Ari. So now we're going to get over to this situation. Well, the alleged thiefio of Ari has a back and forth with y'all Uncle Tom. Let's go.
As you may have seen, we had Mayor Baraka on earlier. It was an immigration-related offense, as you know, where the Trump DOJ accused him of trespassing, physically arrested him, indicted him, took him to court. And here we are, a week and a half later, the whole case falls apart. He says no one has apologized to him from the administration. What do you say to him tonight?
I think it was a ridiculous interview. I listened to it. Look, he's running for higher political office. He got exactly what he wanted. He went there to get on camera and cause a ruckus, and that's what he got.
Why. Yeah, okay.
And as far as the case falling apart, I think it'd be only fair to invite Eileen Hobbit to your show to discuss why the case wasn't further prosecuted.
She's fully invited, and you're on here now from the Trump administration. Yes, we'll have people on.
But you're assuming the case fell apart. You're assuming the case fell apart.
Sir, I'm not assuming. Hold on. I'm not
assuming
anything, sir. Sir, I'm not assuming anything. I'm quoting from, sir, I'm not assuming anything. I'm quoting from the Justice Department that you work with as law enforcement. They went to court today. They said in court, under penalty of perjury, they made a mistake and dropped the case. Not an assumption.
The future of trading is here on Robinhood Legend, the new desktop trading platform. Visualize the way you analyze, buy, and sell like never before.
I'm referring to what your own administration's doing.
They used the terms, the case fell apart?
Exactly.
They use the terms, if you want to get into it, that they made a mistake. Yeah, the case is over. They dropped it.
Don't try to extra.
I don't think there's a dispute that they dropped the case.
Here's what I know about the case. The mayor was on the property. He was asked numerous times to leave and refused to leave. And as far as the facility itself, I'll put that facility up against any New Jersey facility, any county jail, any state prison. This facility had the highest detention standards in the industry. There's nothing to force your way in on. Make it, we do oversight visits all the time. Do it the right way. Contact guys, go through the screening, enter the facility, and see anything you want to see. But what they did is force their way in the facility, refused to leave when asked to leave, and the congresswoman, she put hands on an ICE officer.
All right, so
and this is my show, so you out of here. Boom, out of here. Get out of here. Don't even want to hear nothing else you got to say. Excuse me, y'all, for going off, but that's enough for the thiefy up there. And you can get at me if you got anything to say, Ari, because we know you watch the little guys. I'm going over here to show some love to this person over here with this $9.99 super chat for the computer fund. Y'all know that we need to get some money together today because the ceiling really needs some help. So we want to really show some appreciation to VIP Auction Group for giving up the $10 to get the roof fund going. And we want to thank you. We appreciate that, VIP. We appreciate you so much. Excuse me. I just don't know what's going on with me today. I'm just turned up. That screen going out just did something to me, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm just turned up this Saturday morning. Y'all got to excuse me. Frederick says, okay, right? Frederick, right? That $1.99, that's like $200 to us. We appreciate every donation over here, you guys, just to let you know. What we got over here, D'Angelo says, why don't you allow your viewers to hear the other side? That's what people who are afraid of the truth do. Okay, what other side? Tell me where it's at and we'll go get it. Tara SP, okay, what else we got? I take information like that and I pay attention to it, D'Angelo. Really listen to people like you, and I do want to make sure that the platform is open to things like that. So you, D'Angelo, gonna remember your name. That's easy, because that's want some of your brown sugar. Easy to remember that. D'Angelo, tell me the networks, tell me the areas I need to go into, because it ain't gonna do nothing but help us get more information and more people from both sides to come together. I'm with it. That's what we like to do. We're going to keep on moving. Tara SP is dying laughing over there. We got something else over here from Frederick Wright, who's been a great member. It's not the one thing. If it's not one thing, it's another. They have something to say for everything. What else you guys got over here? Schofield says, what if Obama sold crypto? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Batty Lynn said, hallelujah. Slice is dying laughing over there. Happy Rescue says, the only people I know that are pro-Democrat are not really into politics to begin with. VIP Auction Group says Aaron needs to go, calling the host a con. Where is Aaron? Matter of fact, a con is okay. We ask questions to stuff like that. We're gonna even let that rock. Somebody call me a con. I'm not going to run from that. I'm gonna come right in front of. I'm gonna come to the front of the stage, and I'm gonna ask you why you think I'm a con. And now you have to say the reason why to everybody, and they're gonna look at it and see why they might think I'm a con or why they don't think I'm a con. Let's call Bugatti out. Let's call everybody out. Let's go ahead for it. Why do you think I'm a con? Let's look at it and let's see what your definition of me being a con is. I ain't scared of nothing. What you gonna do? Jump through the phone and beat me up? Told you, Bugatti don't lie. There's no reason to. I ain't scared of you. Let's keep on moving forward. Follow up on this horrible situation, where the suspect, Elias Rodriguez, powed two people. We played this yesterday in this private event. This is an ongoing, and it is and it's at its boiling point. To enter any prison or federal facility, okay, you're not saying nothing. Politics keep the people divided. VIP says we watched a few clips and break the bread. Opinion on the chat is called discussion. There we go. I'm still waiting for your follow-up because we respect you. And I like to get more fat on my brain. I like to find out about new networks and stuff that I don't know about. So that's not nothing that we're going to run from. We want to know what's up with that. So we're going to keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Wait a minute. Where we at right now? Yes, we got to get to this horrible situation really quickly. I see you guys see me stacking this other stuff in the back. It's not time for that. So we're going to ignore it. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, where we at? Where we at? Come on now. Come on now. No, that's not it. It's not it. Oh. Okay, let me see something here. Sorry, you guys, hold me down for a second. We might have to move forward. I don't feel like doing any searches right now. We're going to just move forward right now. We're going to move forward right now. We're going to move forward right now to... Yes, okay. This is right. This is something that I got to get into right now with this crypto. This is something that you got. I'm going to make up for that last situation with this. I'm going to make up for it with this. Here we go. Okay, this is a situation right here called the Crypto Brothers. A situation that happened in New York City, my city right now, where this man claims that he was kidnapped, by and held hostage by two brothers. They allegedly said he was tortured and his business partners in a Soho apartment. And they said that when the police went in there, they found pictures of this guy, that they actually did this to him, and torturing devices. I think that's going to be a little more engaging for you guys, because this is where we at right now in real life, real time, in New York. Kathy Joku Hoku, be ashamed of yourself. BOOGOTTINYC, step to the front of the stage. I'm here. Let's go. Let's go.
Man claims he was tortured and held hostage inside a pricey brownstone of a cryptocurrency entrepreneur in Soho. And good evening to you. At 6 o'clock, I'm Liz Cho.
And I'm Bill Ritter. We're going to begin with that breaking news. The NYPD tonight questioning that cryptocurrency entrepreneur about what happened in his $75,000 a month apartment. A man from Italy claims he was tied up and tortured for 2 weeks by the entrepreneur.
He says he managed to escape. And tonight we are learning new information about what happened and what police say. Eyewitness News reporter Josh Einiger is live in Soho with the breaking news. Josh.
Liz, you don't hear something like this every day, and every new detail we hear is more disturbing than the one before. In the brownstone behind me, cops say they've uncovered a sadistic torture ring led by a group of crypto bros who sources say tied up their victim, tortured him with electrical current, pistol whipped him, and then fired up a chainsaw and threatened to cut off his limbs, all to have access to his fortune in cryptocurrency. At an opulent brownstone on Prince Street, a most unusual sight. Police emerged with a handcuffed man in a bathrobe who stood in the rain barefoot as they patted him down and tried to make sense of a depraved story they'd heard from another man who claimed he'd been held against his will here for weeks.
I mean, everything else happens, but that one is a new one, and no, that's just insane.
This morning, a 28-year-old man from Italy approached a traffic agent and said he'd escaped captivity at 38 Prince Street.
Wow.
Having been held hostage and beaten, police quickly moved in.
I saw like a sort of SWAT team going with the shields, and then shortly after that, I saw a guy in a white robe and handcuffs come out.
The guy comes out in a white bathrobe, barefoot, hands cuffed behind his back, got into a police car. He didn't look concerned, you know. He didn't look worried or anything like that.
The man in the bathrobe was, according to cops, a cryptocurrency entrepreneur who rents the home. Police say he'd had a business dispute with the victim who'd moved to his native Italy after a falling out months ago. But he returned May 6th, and that's when police say the home's occupant and another person effectively took the victim hostage and tortured him, tying him up, beating him, even throwing him through furniture. Police say the victim has traumatic injuries consistent with having been beaten. Inside the house, they say they found multiple Polaroid pictures of him being tied up and tortured, along with multiple torture items in view. They also found a gun. The house, all 8 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms, sits set back from the sidewalk on this busy block in Soho. It was rented just a couple of months ago. Its most recent listing price, $75,000 per month.
Jesus
Sidewalk
Christ.
vendor Kieran Tully has been watching that house for months and says something's been off. He just never knew what.
I've seen people go in and out all the time and never really ever saw the same person twice.
All right, y'all. So yeah, right under our noses in Soho, some crazy madness like that going on. What y'all think about that? I'm gonna get in the comments right now. Want to know what you guys think about that. I know y'all like, wow, can't believe something crazy like that is going on, huh? What y'all got for me on this? Maddie Lynn says, that's horrible. You almost need a background check for roommates nowadays. Ain't no roommates. That's just basically his business partner. It was crazy. Timothy 16, this is disturbing. What else you got? Conduit says Polaroid pics. Ain't that stupid, Conduit? O says, having money shines a light on who you really are. There you go. Because now you can just really show whatever you want to do. And sometimes it's crazy, but you think that money is okay. Just the money makes it okay for you to do. I invested $10,000 in crypto after November 5th, 2024, and I'm making a ton of money. There you go. Lulu says VAX. Okay. What else you got? Lulu says roll up your sleeves for the juice. Okay, that's enough. Okay, what else we got? Shayna Petty says, got him, mafia style, unbelievable. Mad Hatter says, this channel is good, Tara. Okay, Schofield says, it's 40% of the Trump's wealth in crypto. What else you guys got for me over here? We're going to keep on going. Tim Najen says, that is disgusting. I know what you're talking about, the one before that. Carly says, oh my God, what is wrong with people? Evil. Natalie Georgievich says, how did he escape? I don't know how he escaped, but he lucky. Tyra SP says, no, thank you. I love the Big Apple, but I'm not interested in living there. I'm in Connecticut. Good enough. There you go. Original says, Lulu, what do you mean by that? Okay, we're going to keep on moving forward. Last one we're going to say is Shane Pettit. You couldn't pay me to live in New York City, especially right now. And imagine me living here with my cousins from down south saying, we can't wait to get to New York City. We gonna go all around and travel and eat all the food and everything like that. Meanwhile, I'm over here like this. Y'all know that face that dog do with the big ears? Like, this ain't the place you want to be. While you're coming here, I want to go there. Yeah, but Bubble or whatever, South Carolina, Jenkinsville, sound a little more attractive to me than New York City right about now, right? Let's keep on moving forward right now because we got the situation that has to do with the title here, where Donald Trump basically says to Dr. Oz, look here, you guys need to get together. I got 6 of you over here that's supposed to be the best of what you guys do. So what I need you guys to do is get those drug prices lowered. Be strong about it. Don't play. And if you don't do it, you're fired. Let me show you guys this right here. Let me show you guys what Trump is saying to Dr. Oz and the people that's basically, running the situation when it comes down to the prescription drugs. You heard one part of it earlier, but now you're going to hear a little more from Trump. Here we go.
I'd like to ask Oz in particular, because you and I know each other. He's a very tough hombre, this one. He's tough as hell. And so if you can lead the group, and it's not going to be easy. You're going to have to get in and you're going to have to fight. If you do it, you can have within a period of weeks, you can have drug costs that drop like a rock, okay? So you as a group, I have great confidence. And if you don't do it, I am firing every single one of you. Good luck, guys. All right? Can you handle it?
Somebody said fake Dr. Oz. And guess what? I'm not, see, that shows you I'm not a hater. I actually heard that from many more than one person. Heard that a lot of people don't like him, doesn't have certain credentials and things like that, or whatever the case may be, Oprah and all of this stuff. So I actually heard that. I heard that actually from what this person is saying in the comments. We want to thank you again, Tim the Jim, for that $4.99 donation to the new iMac fund. You already know that you're appreciated. You are appreciated, lady. Don't you know we love you, sweet lady? You are appreciated. We're going to keep on moving forward, you guys. We're going to keep on moving forward. We got my friend's uncle, worked with him. He is legit. Oh, okay. Thank you for saying that. Otis says they forgot to tell you that raw before Jesus. There we going to keep on going. Great with the scriptures, but no, we got to keep on title right. Conduit says, I'm from New York, 52 years. Great place to visit, but you do not want to live there. I'm getting out as soon as possible. This is Bugatti talking right now for me. Carly says, please let's get those prescription drug costs down. Somebody finally really understands what I'm saying. We really need to get those prices down, and it's really important. So I don't even know if you guys think that he's good at leading the charge for that. Y'all let me know that in the comments too. Do you guys think that Dr. Oz is the right person to lead the charge to get us to the lower opportunities of lowering prescription drugs? We got to keep on moving right now, because now Trump is starting to take money away from universities. He's basically saying, if y'all not playing by the rules, y'all not making it do what it do, I'm gonna have to come and get I'm gonna have to come and get that money from you guys, especially when it comes down to all of the protesting, the things that's leading to matter of fact, let's just go into it right now and let them talk about it themselves. Let's go. You're going to learn today Trump's warning to universities across the country.
Did not create this horrific shooting. They did not, they didn't shoot.
They gave permission. They gave the permission. And they have called for this. They have called for Intifada revolution, which is the same thing he yelled last night.
Do you worry that there will be a conflation, though, of the two, those people who are speaking their mind, who really care about what is happening in Gaza, and those people who are like this person who did this horrific shooting, who intend to do harm?
A conflation. I mean, they are calling for Intifada. At Columbia University, they call for Intifada constantly. They're not quietly, they're loud. They're loud. You can hear it. They make recordings of themselves. So what's the difference?
Are you afraid?
Yes.
We're all afraid.
America. And tonight, much of the hate and hysteria on the left can easily be traced right back to America's college campuses, where America, capitalism, and Israel are all routinely vilified. Today on CNN, a former Columbia University student who just so happened to witness last night's murders here in Washington, D.C., spelled out the cold, hard truth. Take a look.
But what I saw in his eyes, I mean, I went to Columbia for grad school, and I saw the same thing in his eyes as I saw in the eyes of all the protesters at Columbia. Nothing different between him and them.
But they did not create this horrific shooting. They did not, they didn't shoot.
They gave permission. They gave the permission. And they have called for this. They have called for Intifada revolution, which is the same thing he yelled last night.
Do you worry that there will be a conflation, though, of the two, those people who are speaking their mind, who really care about what is happening in Gaza, and those people who are like this person who did this horrific shooting, who intend to do harm?
And what is so chilling, and I'll end with this, is that Yaron's last post was calling out the United Nations for spreading blood libels. They say that this was a lone shooter. It wasn't. He had co-conspirators, everyone in the mainstream media, everyone at the United Nations, every single Ivy League professor, every social media influencer and left-wing politician that's been spreading blood libels, untruths to dehumanize Jews.
The raw hatred and political violence, these persons were targeted because they were Jewish. Brooke Goldstein and Aaron Cohen, thank you very much.
Let's go ahead now and bring in DHS Secretary Kristi Noem, the architect and author of this policy. Madam Secretary, you say it is a privilege, not a right, for American schools to be able to host foreigners on their campus.
Yes, that's exactly right. And this program has been in place for a very long time. These policies have been in place for a long time, and Harvard brought these consequences upon themselves. They have promoted and allowed violent activity on campus. They have allowed anti-Semitism, participation with CCP and Chinese infiltration and influence on their campus, and they haven't protected their students. So we have given them multiple opportunities to share criminal activity with us, backgrounds on these students, to let us conduct the oversight into this program that is our responsibility, and they have refused to do so. So today I sent them a letter that said they will no longer be allowed to participate in this student exchange visitor program, and that's up to 27% of their enrolled students. So it's significant. Any foreign student that wishes to get an education in this country, that is attending Harvard and not participating in this criminal activity, they will have to find another university to go to because Harvard has chosen instead to not protect their students and to allow this kind of violent and discriminatory action continue.
Okay, so that's what's going on with Harvard, you guys. I need to get into the comments. This was a pretty long clip. I hope you understand why I bounced around like that. We wanted to get a little bit of the insight, wanted to get a little bit of the back and forth. Then we came to what they decided to do, which is take away the protection and take away the funding for that part of Harvard. So now guess what? Those students, they have to find another school to go to. We're going to keep on moving forward. And we want to thank this person right here for that 10 conduit. That's $10 from you. Really appreciate you. Kendra Walker, Bugatti NYC, blue with the love hands up. What else we got here? Otis says, so anyone that doesn't believe you will see more lunar activity around you. Okay, Conduit said, okay, we're gonna keep on moving. Lulu, on that's good. I thought you were for Trump. Thank you. Keep on moving forward. Now you know where I'm from. Otis says they have been racist for a very long time. Ancient history proves that open the sun, everyone was the same color, meaning of God. Never saw color. Kendra Walker's like learning right now with the glasses on. What else you guys got? Weird TX says Trump doesn't care about someone because he hired Dr. Oz. Laugh, 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 laugh. So we should have hired you instead. Okay, keep on moving forward. Deborah says, hi, Miss Kendra. Conduit copy Kendra. Drums Forever said, I wish the news STFU and report it and move on. Okay, Conduit, he knows. Okay, Clint Williams, there's no conflating. They support, what was that, erotism or whatever you said like that? I apologize for not getting that word right, but we got to keep it moving. People don't like to really hear me read the comments. You see people leaving. They really like to watch video. So what I try to do is balance it out nowadays. So don't think I'm not paying attention to you guys. I really am, but I got to pay attention to the runners because we actually want them to stay here. But some people don't want to hear me. They just want to see the clips. I don't understand them. I don't. And when I say, do us a favor, you guys, we've been pooling since 3 o'clock in the morning to make sure that when we get here at 6 o'clock in the morning, we can give you those bangers until, because that's our bottom line, not just OUR, it's H plus hour. That's how you spell our bottom line, because it's an hour plus. We never know how long it's going to go. So that's the meaning of H plus, and OUR is separate because that's the way I look at it, because it's ours. That's right, you guys. We got to keep it moving forward. Let's keep the energy up. Don't stop telling me where you guys are from, because somebody said that they was from Louisiana yesterday. And next thing you know, for a whole week, we ain't had nothing but news, because we got a situation right here where another woman from this Orleans jail escape situation, she's the third woman accused of aiding in the escape of the inmates. And she's got herself arrested. And the person that she helped is still on the run. So how that look? You help somebody get out and get on the run, give them food, then they get up out of here and you get locked up, and now they gone and you in jail. That's so stupid, because now guess where she at? She's locked up. They won't let her out. They won't let her out. She got locked up. They won't let her out. No. And yeah, let's get to it, you guys. Let's move forward.
Another person has been arrested for allegedly helping an Orleans Parish inmate escape after his escape. That is as we near a full week since that jailbreak.
And with no other escapees found today, we're combing through video evidence to track their movements. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Devin Bartolotta.
And I'm Sharice Gibson. 5 of those 10 inmates are still on the loose tonight. As we learn more about a Slidell woman now in custody, she becomes the 4th to face charges.
That includes a maintenance worker at the jail and 2 other women also accused of helping after they made it past OJC's walls. Lily Cummings joins us in studio now with more on these breaking developments. Lily, what can you tell us?
Well, Devin and Sharice, less than an hour ago, we learned that 59-year-old Connie Whedon of Slidell was arrested. Officials say she was in contact with Jermaine Donald before and after the escape. They also believe she gave him cash and a cell phone. Right now, Donald is one of those 5 inmates still on the run. Meanwhile, bond was set today for 2 others arrested earlier this week. I spent time this evening looking deeper into their connection to the inmates they helped. 2 women have been arrested for helping Orleans Parish inmates after they escaped nearly a week ago. Our investigators learned 38-year-old Corvante Baptiste of Slidell is the aunt of escapee Corey Boyd. Investigators say Baptiste was in contact with Boyd via phone and social media and helped him get food while he was hiding. Boyd was recaptured Tuesday evening in the 1400 block of Iberville. We've now learned that the apartment he was found in belonged to his grandmother, but she claims she didn't know he was there. Boyd's grandmother has not been arrested and so far faces no charges. Meanwhile, 32-year-old Courtney Harris's connection to the two inmates she's accused of helping remains a mystery. State police say she drove them around New Orleans and was in contact with one over the phone. Court records show she helped Leo Tate and Jermaine Donald, who are still on the run. Now authorities say both women are booked in the Plaquemines Parish Jail. On Thursday, via video call, they learned their bonds. $1 million for Baptiste and $2.5 million for Harris. They face one felony count each of accessories after the fact. And we are working to learn more about that latest arrest, but for anyone convicted of accessory after the fact, they could be fined up to $500 and face up to 5 years in prison. Sharice.
Oh my God. $1.1 million bail and the other one got 2.5. So that means 10%. So one of them got to come up with what? 250 and the other one got to come up with 100. Woo, Lord have mercy. Was it worth it? Them sexy phone calls. Hey baby, how you doing? I don't know how you doing this morning, but I hope a queen like you is doing your thing and everything is going good for you. Me, I find myself in a bad situation, in a predicament here, but as soon as I get myself rebuilt, all of that crap, it worked. And now guess what she got, y'all? Watch your head. Now at the ripe old age or whatever, she in the back of the whip like this. And now she's in bars like this, moving around with her plate, coming through commissary and all of that. Now you're in the position that he was in. Now how stupid does she feel? I'm in the comments, y'all. What y'all got for me? Let's go. Kendra Walker says, I guess it's okay to say they effed around and found out. There you go. They effed around and found out, says Kendra. Damon says, it's absolutely hilarious that liberals made a social app called Blue Sky and it's flopped. Let's keep on going. X Kitty says, that's okay. That's $1 million bond. Yeah, that's crazy, right? Natalie Georgievich says, people did all of that for loved ones. Yep, that's what they did. Okay, what else we got? We got another one that says, great job, bro, but I can't. Okay, we're going to keep on going. You need to get with the show. We don't care about that. Weird TX says, as long as you acknowledge, but no, it is not okay. Conduit says, Brian, his name is Bugatti. That's his name. Kendra's like, wow, over there. We got another one from, well, what else we got? We're going to get somebody new in here. Brian Lee says, who is the guy who's talking to us? His name is BOOGOTTINYC. He is a rapper and a influencer, and he has this show going on every morning called Our Bottom Line, where we come and do daily topics and we get into it. Batty Lynn says, why would you assist an escaped inmate? You know you're gonna get caught. I mean, they don't even look right outside. They've been locked up so long, they institutionalized. You see how they walking around? They look like mummies, like they was in a hospital somewhere. They like, oh, where we gonna go? Where we gonna go? That's why they normally stay in the same place and they get caught. Me, you let that happen to me. Worst come to worst. If I ever get jammed up like that, y'all gonna hear about me. Like, what was that movie? Not The Long Green Mile, the one with not Samuel L. Jackson, the one with what's that movie where they wound? Oh, was that wasn't? Anyway, when they wound up getting out of jail and doing the crabbing or whatever like that. That's what I'm gonna wind up doing. Y'all gonna have to come get me by the ocean somewhere where I'm on a boat and y'all gonna have to dump me in the river. I'm not playing. I'm not gonna be nowhere where y'all can catch me at. I'm out of here. Whatever. Get up out of here because I ain't playing. Now we got a serious situation in Florida. Florida, come to the front of the congregation. Someone just said that they're from Florida. And as soon as you said that, I was like, oh my God, I'm glad you're here. We have content for you, Florida. We got this officer, and it's a bad situation, you guys. It's not a good situation because he was dragged by a suspect he was taken off from a traffic stop. He was talking to this suspect. He was like, yo, turn your motor off. Turn your motor off. This kid did not want to turn that motor off. Next thing you know, officer, after asking him over a dozen times, reached for the shifter, and next thing you know, the kid took off, crashed into a pole, and there's much more to the story of why he didn't want to get out, why he didn't want to turn the car off. And only thing I want to know is why you was driving stupid in the first place if you know what we're about to find out right here. So let's go into this situation right here. It's kind of terrible, but this Florida officer got dragged. But just to let you know, to knock it out, he's okay. The police officer's okay.
To some terrifying and life-threatening moments for a Bradenton police officer caught on body cam. He was dragged by a car after a driver took off from a traffic stop. Now, amazingly, tonight this officer is at home recovering. But some scary moments there. Fox 13's Genevieve Curtis takes us through the video, and we want to warn you, it can be tough to watch.
What's going on, man? I'm just coming back home with the light. I see both hands.
It starts like most traffic stops. Bradenton police officer Shane Sharp approaches a car he pulled over for a traffic violation. Police say it took several blocks, though, for this car to stop.
You're not stopping, man.
No, I did stop. There was a green light.
You're not stopping for me.
No, I did stop.
Do me a favor, just turn your car off.
Inside the car, driver Lenny Macias Rangel does not want to turn the engine off.
Okay, listen to me. Look at me. Look at me in my eyes. Turn your car off right now because I don't know if you're going to take off. It took you a while to stop. Turn the car off.
Police say after Officer Sharp asked the driver 12 times to turn the car off, Officer Sharp opened the door and tries to shift the car into park. That's when video from another officer's body camera video shows the driver accelerate, pinning Officer Sharp against the dashboard. The car then crashes into a pole. Several other officers rushed to the crashed car. Police say Macias Rangel resisted arrest. You can see Officer Sharp on his hands and knees, crawling and struggling to stand. Police say Officer Sharp was taken to the hospital with a concussion, a separated shoulder, and minor leg injuries.
An EMS officer injured.
Inside Macias Rangel's car, police say they found this, more than 1 kilo of marijuana and 62 THC vape cartridges. Macias Rangel is now in the Manatee County Jail. He faces a slew of charges, including aggravated battery of a law enforcement officer, fleeing and resisting arrest with violence. Genevieve Curtis, Fox 13 News.
Good bust, I guess, huh? He ain't want to pull over, so he just hit that accelerator. Next thing you know, old fool boy bust into a pole, and it's now all history. Do me a favor, you guys. If you appreciate the content and the fact that you like what's going on over here, let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. Also, if you're not a member, it's easy. Just become a member right now. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. This way you can get up-to-date information every day because we do our bottom line every day, always and forever. Frederick Wright says, one more time to go, OTC. Okay, what else y'all got? Richard says, the marijuana had police stickers, so we now know who owns it. Okay, maybe they put that on it after. Conduit says illegal alien. What else we got? Natalie says it's vapes and weed. Now you just added more to that. Dummy, dun 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 dun. MS13 about to go bye-bye. Drum Forever says MS13 baby. Okay, what else y'all got for me over here? Kendra Walker says, at Eddie, no, you can view the channel and scroll. You'll find out more about Bugatti NYC. There you go. Weird says, you are the guy that came in illegally. What else y'all got for me? What else y'all got? Who else? Eddie says, you are the guy from Paid in Full, question mark. Lulu, Tara, I didn't see if you answered. Did you vote for Trumpy? Kendra Walker says, peace and blessings to the family. Y'all go ahead, get those likes up because now we got to go to LA, Los Angeles. Step to the front. Come on up here, Los Angeles, because we got this couple. Yeah, this police officer is looking for these couples who use a dating app to ambush people in Los Angeles, right? I guess they would get on the app and act like they want to get with the guy, tell him to come over, have a meet up in the parking lot. Next thing you know, the boyfriend opened the door. Give me everything you got. That's what was going on. And they're still looking for these people. Don't be so fast to date women on dating apps because it's always not what it's cracked up to be, you guys. Sometimes it could be a setup because they know that that's a good vulnerable point. So be careful, especially when you're in LA right now because this is happening. I'm going to make sure we get this screen open and then we're going to click the action. Let's go.
He was meeting a woman for a first date after an online connection, but it turned out to be a setup instead. He was ambushed, shot at, and robbed. That's when the victim fled and the attackers stole his car and his cash.
Rick Chambers is live in MacArthur Park with details on the dating app ambush and the suspects police are looking for. Rick.
Yeah, Micah, it's Rampart gang detectives that have been working this case for about 3 weeks now, and they're looking for two couples who have been targeting online daters. These are the 4 robbery suspects that police are looking for. And this woman in particular, they say lured our victim off an online dating site.
When they met in person, the female suspect had asked the...
Do me a favor, you guys, again. Do me a favor, and I'm going to tell you why. When you double tap the screen, it makes more people come over here. How do we know that's the truth, Bugatti? Because what it does is it gives the algorithm the action. Okay, people are tapping they like over here, right? Thank you for the love. People are tapping that they like. So now YouTube says, what are they liking over there? Let's send out a notification to get more people over there. Then all of a sudden you see somebody in the comments and say, hey, so what's going on over here? And that's how you know the full circle has been made, because you did that like, more people came over here. So you guys do your boy that favor. If you appreciate the content, let's get those likes up. Appreciate that so much. Let's keep on moving. I don't like stopping the video, but I really would appreciate the likes. Thank you so much.
victim to drive to a secluded area in our Rampart area.
This is that street near downtown, and they weren't there very long when
2 additional suspects came over, and one of the male suspects had opened the door of the victim's vehicle. He pointed a gun at him, demanded his property.
They also demanded at gunpoint that the victim unlock his phone and hand over his passwords.
Throughout the night, that same night, what they did was they actually made various transfers. They bought many things that totaled about $20,000.
It gives me the goosebumps, actually. Daniel Contreras lives nearby and says he'll make some adjustments now to his routine.
Maybe just aware on the online situation, and to be more aware and the lookout.
And detectives say that the robbery at gunpoint wasn't the end to our victim's nightmare.
The male suspects actually shot towards the victim, who was seated in his vehicle. The victim in fear actually fled the location and left his vehicle back there.
The robbers came back 3 hours later and stole the man's car, dumping it nearly 7 miles away in this alley, just off 56th and Central, and then set it on fire.
Wow.
At this point, police have these photos to work with, but no arrest yet.
So I guess they thought that if they set it on fire, there would be no fingerprints or whatever, but they still got your digital images, and they see your memory sticking all out, which probably got some man enticed to go over there and meet up with her, even though she looked like Chewbacca in the body, but okay. So that's why I tell you guys, be careful, because everything that glitters is not gold. Be careful out there on these streets with these people. We're going to keep on moving it forward, you guys. I already told you we got a lot. It's not over. We got a whole bunch more to go. Let's get to this other clip right here, because we want you guys to see right here what just happened. It's a really severe situation. I'm going to just add it right here and get it out right now. We got this situation where somebody actually got to a Loomis truck. Yes, a Loomis truck. These guys must have had this orchestrated, and they got away with all of the dough. It ain't me that's making up the news. It's just news that's actually happening. So I need you guys from Philadelphia via Delaware, come to the front of the congregation right now to check out what's going on over here. As you can see, we're staying around it with all of our news and all of our topics.
Police in Delaware are urgently searching for the men who held up an armored truck. It happened this afternoon in the 200 block of Cornell Drive in Newcastle.
Authorities say the 3 men were armed with rifles. They got away with money, but police haven't said how much.
Wednesday night, the big story on Action News is developing news. An armored truck robbed at gunpoint in broad daylight.
Police say the suspects also got away with the driver's gun. Let's go live now to Action News reporter Jessica Catalia, who is in Newcastle, with the latest on the manhunt. Jessica.
Well, Rick and Shari, as soon as we crossed state lines, we got an alert on our cell phone telling us to be on the lookout for 3 armed men. A heavy police presence just minutes after an armored truck is robbed at gunpoint in Newcastle County. Police say 3 men armed with rifles held up a Loomis truck and got away with an undetermined amount of cash and a gun from one of the guards.
They robbed them and took off.
It happened at the Restaurant Depot on Cornell Drive near Rogers Road in Newcastle.
It's an easy spot. You're right off of 95. You're gone. North, south, doesn't matter. You're gone.
Delaware State Police tell Action News 3 black male suspects took off on foot toward the Oakmont development. Police are looking for a dark-colored Nissan SUV. All of the suspects are believed to be armed. An emergency alert is urging everyone in the area to stay alert and to call 911 if they see any suspicious activity.
It's a shame. It's a tough, what are you going to do?
Man, them people in that immediate surrounding area ain't got to worry about nothing. Because I guarantee you, them dudes right there, they are out of there. They ain't nowhere near to be even thought about. They out of there. And yeah, I did call her Chewbacca. How she gonna be having dating conversations on the phone when she can't talk? How Chewbacca having some people meet up with her? Come on now, y'all know better than that. Y'all know better than that. Y'all see this right here? What y'all think about this Loomis truck? They got mad. They got all that dough. They up out of there talking about we got an area surveillance going on. We sent out a 911. For what? Them dudes is out of there. They done broke up that money, split that bread. They out of there. Trust me, they ain't nowhere to be found. What else y'all got over here? Crime is bipartisan. Batty Lynn over there dying. I'm glad you loving the show this morning, Batty. Mark Dorfman says it's an inside job. Someone told someone, and there you go. That's right. X Kitty says, haha, Chewbacca, thanks, conduit. What else? Weird says, this is what happens when you vote Democratic. What else you got? Natalie says, that's brazen, not very smart to do. Kendra's over there dying still. Chewbacca laughing my butt off. Thirst trap. There you was right. I saw that, Natalie. That was a thirst trap attack with them hanging low boobs. Her boobs look like an elephant trunk. Like, you know how they walk into the elephant graveyard? Come on, man. Don't nobody want nothing to do with those punching bags. She got 2 speed bags. Shorty had the speed bags hanging low, swing low, sweet chariot. She got the sweet chariots, y'all. Anytime you see a woman like that, when they boobs hang that low, we're gonna name that the sweet chariots. Because they like to swing low, swing chariot. I told y'all, something must have happened when this screen went out. I said to myself, I gotta make up for the screen not being there. I gotta stand in its place and I gotta do my thing. So that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to hold out and do the best that I could until we get this screen situation together. Hope you guys appreciate my efforts. What else you got? Let me hear what you got over here. Oh, Tig old biddies says, original. Johnny Boy dying laughing. Marie says, too comical. You're so bad. Conduit is laughing his butt off. Rebecca dying over there. Don't spend it all in one place. Natalie says, I agree with Mark. I think they knew someone that made that happen. Batty's still dying. Batty, let me stop so you can come up with some air. I'm so appreciative that you guys are appreciating the show. Did you see the tears in my eyes right now? Because I'm dying laughing right now. Swing low with the sweet chariots. Oh my God, we got to keep on going to this shocking situation right here. There was a street racing going on between a Ford Mustang, and somebody in the comments of this video said, he should have known that Ford Mustang can't turn corners. Again, you see why I be asking for likes. Your boy is over here working. I've been working since 3. Now I'm an actor. Now I'm a comedian. I got to do something to keep y'all over here to get those likes up. I got to work for my likes. Y'all see Bugatti don't mind banging that nail. Boom, I'm going to keep on banging that nail every day. Boom, because on Thursday, that's that 200th episode. And y'all already know, because of us, we're the #1 show on YouTube at 6 o'clock in the morning, and we're going to keep it moving. We're going to pop our collar on that. See, we do the work first, then we talk crap. Because now we're going to get to this shocking situation, since I like to earn it. Let's get to this shocking situation.
Surveillance video captured two innocent drivers being rammed by a car believed to be involved in a street race. This happened in the Sacramento Valley on Monday. Police say a black Mustang and Corvette came speeding down an off-ramp when the driver of the Mustang lost control, slamming into two vehicles sitting at a light. One of the victims was hospitalized. The 22-year-old driver of the Mustang was arrested and is now facing charges related to reckless driving and also street racing.
Yeah, I wanted you guys to see that because some people, just want to see live action, keep things going, keep it lively. I always can't give you guys fun in the sun all the time. I can't always end the show off with fun because the sad part about this, and I'm going to be 100% with you guys, I always try to find a good clip to let us go to end with so that we all leave with a positive feeling. But it's hard to find those clips nowadays, and that's sad. So I got to do it. Sadly, we got another situation to report with a rapper named Skilla Baby. He had a pow situation the other day, but luckily, that's what we're going to use as the good. Luckily, he's safe, and they're saying that he's going to recover. Rapper Skilla Baby, that's right. Everybody out of Detroit, Grand Rapids, Michigan, all you guys can come to the front of the congregation because rapper Skilla Baby is thankfully, thank God, is recovering from a shooting in Redford Township.
4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Straight to some breaking news out of Redford Township tonight. Detroit rapper Skilla Baby is recovering after being shot in Redford Township. This happened along 8 Mile near Beach Daily. When our crews got to the scene, they found a business with its walls smashed in and caution tape up all over the place. You saw a worker there trying to make some repairs. A police source and those who know Skilla Baby tell Local 4 he is expected to be okay. He was hit apparently in the hand and the head. Skilla Baby, whose real name is Trayvon Gardner, was driving alone, and those close to him believe he may have been targeted in this alleged shooting. It appears this building was hit by the rapper's SUV. We'll continue to reach out to law enforcement tonight for more information. We'll bring you any updates as soon as they come in. When we're not on TV, you can always check our website at clickondetroit.com.
So you guys never fail me when it comes down to D-Town. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's weird, quirky. But I tell you one thing, y'all never hold out when it comes down to content in D-Town. Want to give you guys a shout out because y'all one of my major supporters at our bottom line. What do you guys got to say about this? Let's get some of it. I'm from New York. I don't currently live there though. Okay, Kendra. Natalie says, take care, Kendra. What else you got? Weird TX says, okay. What else you got? CB, Kendra, do you live in New York? Okay, what else you got? Kendra says, Elliot, later. Okay, Batty Lynn says, amen. So glad he's going to be okay. Yes, he is. And Kendra Walker got the thumbs up with the gloves up. There you go. Conduit says, just did time in San Francisco working. Okay. JB says, salute. And we got X Kitty that says, whoop, 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 #1 channel right here. Y'all already know what we got going on over here. Kendra says, have a safe and blessed, prosperous day. And everybody, y'all already know what point that we are right now. I want you to make sure that y'all go over to the descriptions because y'all can make some money off of the surveys. That's in the description spot right now. It's up to $500 worth of surveys. All you got to do is hit the description. You're going to see 2 surveys there. You click on that survey and see if you can make $200 on one, $250 on the other. Why not try to make some bread? Y'all make money. I'll make money off the surveys too. Now, also, I know you guys, somebody in these comments has a business. Somebody's an entrepreneur. Somebody here is trying to promote their thing and what they do. I don't know if you're a barber, if you're a mobile groomer. I don't know what you do. You could be a caterer. I don't know, but we want to know. So send us your postcards, your flyers, or whatever you got that you're trying to promote to bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That's bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Anytime somebody want to hit me with an email, if you want to send a Cash App, Cash App, Bugatti NYC or Bugatti Cash. That's one Bugatti NYC or Bugatti Cash, just in case you guys don't want to have them get their cut when they take money from the super chat. Because if you give $10, they only give you $7. Just so you guys know that. They always got to get their cut. But if you go Cash App, it's directly to the host, and we surely appreciate it. It's your boy Bugatti NYC, and don't forget, we ain't forget. Stop playing, y'all. Just because I got one up here trying to cover the screen, boom, bang, don't mean I ain't got another one. That's right. Show Your Talent Talent Search. I am going to be hosting. Big Drip Hard Punch is the one that's sponsoring it. Sponsoring what, Bugatti? 5 boroughs: Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island. If you guys have talent, I don't care what it is. I want to see it. I want you guys to come to the location. Everyone that wants to be a part of this talent show, you have to go to the website, join the mailing list, and you gotta be 21 and older. We're trying to stack the deck, trying to get enough people so that once we launch the talent show, we're all good. So don't hold out. Go to www.drinkbigdrip.com to sign up for the talent show. Or any one of these headers, if you guys see the QR code over there, just hit that QR code right there. It's going to take you right to the first page. On the bottom, it says join the mailing list. Make sure you're 21 and older, and you guys can come on and be a part of Show Your Talent, the talent show that's not just about singing, dancing, rapping. I don't care what you do. If it's a talent, I want to see it. You might know how to do some sculptures. You might be a good chef. It's talent. We're keeping this rounded, and that's why we're doing it, to give back to everybody in the community. Not only that, after you win that $250 from every borough, each person, we're going to come together, and one person is going to win $1,000. You guys, at the grand finale, one person will win $1,000. Sponsored by Big Drip. That's where the money coming from, not me. So we're trying to promote this thing and give you guys the audience, give you guys the eyes to get your name out there. Show Your Talent Talent Search. Be a part of it. www.drinkbigdrip.com. Join the mailing list. And if you guys have not already subscribed here, here's your chance to do so. I'll wait. Gonna wait for you guys. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right there. Go ahead. You want to become a member? We really appreciate that too. Check out the merch, t-shirts, all of our co-host stuff that we have in the product store. Again, you guys, it's Saturday. We made it another day. That means if you have a problem, God gave you the strength and the resolve to get over that problem. Problems present opportunities, because in the problem you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? You already know you already got the problem, and it's already telling you the solution. So all you got to really do is focus on making that solution come true. You guys, I want you to know that I really appreciate you. I thank you, and I think about you every single day, and why I keep on pushing forward. I pop my collar about you guys just as much as you do about me. And I thank you for always coming here and being straight up, having your opinion, ready to debate, and being loyal. It's your boy Bugatti NYC, and like I always told you, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me today, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, because y'all already know what it is, it's Purple Sunday tomorrow. Wear your purple and be ready. We got some purple tees, some of those co-host tees y'all could be rocking on Purple Sunday. Just giving you guys a little tidbit there so that we all can coordinate and be purple. So yes, it's your boy Bugatti NYC. Like I always told you, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me today, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, get 'em. One.